So Shedeur Sanders is getting the full-on starting quarterback treatment, as in full week of practice, as in all the reps, as in media availabilities.
Not from you, but all your supporters out there say that Kevin Stefanski was sabotaging you.
How do you not love that kid?
No notes, Shedeur. You're trying to stir stuff up, are you?
Rich Eisen just absolutely nailed his breakdown of Shedeur Sanders' recent interactions with the Cleveland media, and honestly, what he's describing is nothing short of amazing. Shedeur took every single tough question they threw at him and handled it with this incredible combination of calm and confidence. You could see there was zero drama, not a hint of hesitation. He just delivered straight, mature answers that you almost never see from a rookie quarterback, let alone one under this much pressure. He already sounds like a seasoned leader, a field general who knows exactly who he is and isn't rattled by the noise. For all the Cleveland fans out there, you really might be witnessing the rise of something incredibly special. And this is precisely why a veteran analyst like Rich Eisen can't stop singing his praises.
Let's ascribe everything to this kid that's negative, if that's what we wish to do, and let's ascribe everything positive to him, which we wish to do. And I always tend towards the glass being half full, unless Jim Gaffigan's here with bourbon. In all seriousness, I mean, great answer. What's he going to say? Yeah, he's the coach. I'm the quarterback. He's helping me out here. Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't taking, scout team reps when I thought I deserved it. Remember when I was miming to y'all? You're all thinking I have no chance to be a starting quarterback in this league? Well, is that what he should say? I mean, what do you want to? What do you want him to say?
They want something to get him caught.
Rich makes it crystal clear from the very beginning that Shedeur is finally getting the full, unfiltered treatment of a legitimate starting quarterback in the NFL. What does that mean? It means he's getting all the first-team reps, all the media attention, and most importantly, all the immense pressure that comes with being the guy expected to lead a professional football team. And here's the crazy part that Rich points out. He's handling it all better than many veterans who have been navigating this league for years. While Cleveland's notoriously sharp media throws their usual loaded questions and actively tries to manufacture drama, Shedeur just stays cool, calm, and collected. He doesn't try to hide from the tough questions. He doesn't shift blame onto his coaches or teammates. He simply answers with a level of honesty and confidence that, let's be real, Rens fans are definitely not used to seeing from their quarterbacks.
I think what he's saying is this is what's being said outside the building, and these people are your supporters. It's interesting he said your supporters, because that does imply like he is. I thought that was an excellent answer of Shedeur, because if you are implying that he's pulling any strings and the Sanders family's like telling Cam, go on the air and
right,
say
exactly.
It's being sabotaged. You know, all this stuff. Deion's supposed to be a helicopter dad, and he's supposed to be screwing everything up, and there's supposed to be reality show cameras there, and he's also not only supposed to be a helicopter dad, he's supposed to be all over the place to create an atmosphere that the coach is in a hot seat. Guess what? Stefanski is on the hot seat all by himself. Based on the circumstances around everything, even though I don't think he deserves it. I think, if I'm him and he doesn't want to be there anymore, the one thing I'd say, steer me towards New York. Get me towards the Giants, where they're not going to fire me, and I've got Jackson Dart, and I've got a whole bunch of people.
Then we get to the moment that has everyone talking, the absolute highlight of the press conference. A reporter brings up all the fan chatter and speculation that head coach Kevin Stefanski was actively sabotaging Shedeur. Now, any other rookie in that position might stumble, get defensive, or just panic. But not Shedeur. He masterfully turns what was meant to be a trap into a moment of complete control. His response wasn't disrespectful in the slightest. It was pure awareness. It showed that he understands exactly how the media machine works, especially in a city like Cleveland, where stirring up drama has practically become a local sport. Shedeur answered the question without ever letting it corner him, demonstrating more maturity in that single moment than Stefanski has shown in his entire handling of the quarterback situation over the past few seasons. If anything, Shedeur's reaction completely exposed how the media is often more interested in pushing narratives than asking real, insightful football questions.
Took him off the field, down by the goal line. Let's just watch him play a few games.
And at that point, Rich Eisen basically said what every single one of us was thinking. How do you not love that kid? Because what we're seeing is that Shedeur isn't just a talented football player, he's remarkably composed and intelligent. When the reporters tried to press him again, digging for any hint of a rift in his relationship with Stefanski, he absolutely refused to take the bait. He's keenly aware that the core problem in Cleveland isn't him. It's the years of inconsistency in coaching philosophy and the relentless distracting noise that constantly surrounds the team. In that moment, Shedeur proved he's bigger than the old dysfunctional habits of this franchise. While Stefanski continues to make questionable decisions on the field and the local media desperately keeps trying to provoke a reaction, Shedeur remains completely unbothered, laser-focused, and totally in control. And honestly, it's becoming clearer every day that Cleveland needs him far, far more than he needs them.
Last name, let's be honest here. He's a famous kid. And in college, coached by his dad, a lot of people thought he was being coddled by, and in the NFL without his dad, he would not be able to stand on his own 2 feet.
And maybe
Rich then lays out a crucial point that really gets to the heart of the matter. People will twist absolutely anything Shedeur says or does to fit whatever narrative they already want to believe. It's a fascinating and frustrating dynamic. If they're determined to tear him down, they'll paint every minor action, every single word, as some kind of character flaw. But if they want to hype him up as the savior, they'll hold up every good moment as undeniable proof that he's the future of the franchise. The actual truth, however, is much simpler and far more impressive. Shedeur is answering these questions exactly the way a real leader is supposed to. He's never going to stand up in front of a wall of cameras and point fingers at his own head coach. He's certainly not going to reopen old wounds from earlier in the season when Stefanski had him running scout team reps, essentially treating him like an afterthought. He's more than smart enough to understand how the media operates, and he's way too savvy to give them the juicy, drama-filled headline they're so desperately hunting for.
I'm sure she's not the only person who is now suddenly taking an interest in Browns games, which, by the way, for a 3-8 team, and I'm in charge of the organization, I'm putting somebody out there who's bringing in, making the tent larger.
I made sure on my multi-view the Browns was up last week. I'm going to do it again this week.
What do you mean?
So are a lot of other people.
You're multi-view. It's not Ashton's?
Well, I had my iPad, you understand? Because he had the big TV.
Oh, he can't. Oh, the Bears have got to be on the main screen, huh?
Yeah, but the Browns
With the
were
sound
the
on.
second hour game.
Okay, very good.
So.
That's true. They were in the late wing.
And that really is the main point Rich Eisen is driving home here. The Cleveland media wants Shedeur to slip up. They are practically begging for that one out-of-context comment that they can twist into a week's worth of drama and controversy. They desperately want him to admit his frustration, to show a hint of bitterness, or to confirm some kind of conflict with Stefanski. But instead of giving them that ammunition, Shedeur gives them absolutely nothing but calm, controlled, and professional answers. He flat out refuses to disrespect the coach, even though you could argue that the coach didn't exactly show him the ultimate respect earlier in the season. Let's not forget, Stefanski clearly didn't believe in him at first. The coaching staff didn't give him the real starter treatment until their hands were completely forced. But does Shedeur bring any of that up? Not a chance. He just keeps his focus forward on the next game, not backward on past slights. And you know what? That's precisely what makes the media so irritated. They simply can't trap him. Rich sees the whole game playing out as clear as day. Shedeur is simply too poised, too mentally tough, to fall for these kinds of cheap media tricks. While the reporters keep trying to bait him into a mistake, and while Stefanski tries to act like giving Shedeur the starting job was the plan all along, Shedeur just stays steady, confident, and completely unshaken. With every press conference, he's proving that he is more mature than the entire chaotic system that surrounds him in Cleveland. And that, right there, is exactly why fans are starting to put their trust in him far more than they trust the coaching staff. He isn't just surviving the pressure cooker that is Cleveland, he's actively outsmarting it. What's wild is how we have to dissect every little thing when, at the end of the day, the guy is just a football player trying to do his job. I really don't understand why we as a culture have to make everything so weird and complicated. But I suppose that's just how it is. That kind of intense scrutiny just comes with the territory, especially at that level.